In the search of the truth, we can join our hands together in a world which is so beautiful still, but so uncertain and unfortunately so full of violence, day in, day out. The day we think that, okay, liberty and freedom will come, it never comes. Because it comes somewhere, and then in some other, one dictatorship exists. One dictator starts to kill people just to force himself. It is correct what my beloved Master Osho states. It is absolutely correct. I see that people who want to be servants of the people, serving the people, they start to be the masters of the people, like the people are their properties. These dictators, they think that they know the truth and people depend on them. And the problem is that most of the time, dictators are there because we vote on them. We need someone to guide us. We need the Pope, we need the Father, the Mother, the priest, we need a politician, we need our lovers or our family to tell us what to do, because we are not able to face our truth. I gave a tarot session a few days ago, and it was clear that the person was not trusting herself. And this is the biggest problem in my sessions, in my relation with people. One thing my master gave me, one thing he transmitted to me, he transmitted just like a candle. Just like if I have a candle which is unlit, and a master having a candle which is lit on, and he comes very close with his candle who is lit on with fire. And this master, this person, or this no person, this master comes, this entity, this symbol, this live symbol comes with his candle lit on with fire near my candle who is not lit on. And my candle finally starts to burn. And then I have the light, just because he didn't give me anything exactly, but I had a candle who was lit off. Is my English correct? Lit off, lit on. My candle, was not burning, and the candle of the Master was burning, and then suddenly I have my candle burning, producing light. And so I have the light, I have the light, I have the light. I have to delight on existence, delight. Existence is a delight also. If you live correctly and you are not miserable and you don't live a miserable life, you have the light. And it is a delight to have the light. I repeat, it is a delight to have the light. It is a delight to have the light. And then one thing a master gave me was light. I have a cat in my house. I know that he was going to disturb me and to disturb us. I don't like to record and to be disturbed, but I'm not going to interrupt this, so I assume the responsibility of having allowed this beautiful cat that I have to be here inside of the room, checking everywhere, doing creative things, entering into the drawers, into the boxes. Everything is magical for him, probably. He has a kind of awareness that many people does not have. I was saying that it is a delight to have the light. But sometimes it's not a delightful experience to have the light. Why? Because people are so vain, people are so false. Some people are so vain, some people are so false, so stupid, so crazy, so political. Sometimes I guess, or I think, or I observe that to be political is to be false. We have to be patient. You see, sometimes it's not a delight to have the light. But I allowed this stupid cat to be here. I mean, he's not stupid, he's just playing like a cat with my things. So he just destroyed my beautiful curtain, so we don't have a curtain behind myself. And I assume the responsibility of having allowed a stupid cat inside of my recording room. And he's going all and everywhere inside of the room. Maybe he will sleep over my electronic drums. But it is very interesting that he is fussing on everything. He's just exploring everything with his nose and with his interests. And again, I remember that I was saying that it is a delight to have the light, but sometimes it's not a delight to have the light. And now this stupid Ustream is making a noise with a bullshit Antonio Banderas advertisement. And because I don't pay the special thing to Ustream, these stupid people force us to see a stupid advertisement. And so, like terrorists, they are forcing me to ask for the premium Ustream. But it is a bit difficult to Brazilian people to pay $5 a month to have a premium. Only because I don't know how it is possible to Brazilian people having reais, which is our dollar is not called dollar, it is called real. It's not a pound, it's not a mark, it's not an euro, it is a real. It's not a rupee like in India. And how to pay to the Ustream $5 per month. And this is an independent project of mine. So I am paying by myself to keep on recording, and I love recording. Unfortunately, it's like a stupid kidding. These people don't understand that it is extremely annoying that they put on advertisements whenever they want, or the system automatically put the advertisements, and I must pay. One has to pay, says Osho, so one has to pay, okay. But how to pay $5 a month when I am from Brazil? And I don't have any dollar, I have reais. So then if I pay, I will not have problems with advertisement. Or I will have to be a little bit more intelligent and to ask to someone in the United States to pay $5 per month for me. But who in this nonsensatic world wants to help one another? So I will have to discover someone who trusts my work enough to pay $5 a month to a company so they allow me to use unlimited storage and a Ustream without bloody stupid advertisements. The point is that I remember I have to play correctly. Everything which has a rule is a game. So we have to play our part and to play correctly. Sometimes I have the feeling that I rarely play correctly. So I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid, but alone we shrink and die, says a beautiful master called Osho in his teachings. Alone, and I know that alone I shrink and die. I'm not dead already, but sometimes I feel shrinking because I am alone. And in group, we grow together. So we have to be both. Alone when we need to grow spiritually from deep inside. So this is the science of the subjectivity. This is the science of the inside. This is religion. This is religiousness, let's say. And there is the science of outside, the science who produces computers, who drives people to Mars, Jupiter, the moon, the science who provokes Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the bomb. The science who heals cancer with also the theory of relativity and the radioactivity. The radioactivity can explode Hiroshima or heal cancer. It depends on us. But don't ask the politicians. Because all these people, they want to evolve nuclear projects and programs for defense and healing. But in the behind, it is lurking a demon, a devil, who wants to use the nuclear plants to produce weapons, to kill the people they don't like. Have you ever understood that when you don't agree with someone, you call him mad? You put him in a psychiatric asylum, like they did with a friend of mine who was my student. He has a very big ego, and he didn't protect himself too much. So somehow he created the situation. To his family, called the police and put him in a psychiatric hospital. We had to go there and take him out. But one thing that I noticed, that if you don't agree what a person is doing, he's considered crazy. If you look for Thomas, Thomas, Szasz, Szaszz, in the YouTube.com, it is a psychiatrist, a physician, who is a very delightful human being, concerned to justice, to the atmosphere of healing, real healing of the whole humanity. And he states also there, when you force someone into a psychiatric hospital with drugs, it is because you don't agree, and the family don't agree, or the doctors don't agree what he says. And they make something called in Portuguese anamnese, and he starts to speak nonsense. But I am crazy enough to understand this nonsense. I nearly went crazy in the 70s because I had the feeling that they were killing people, and they were killing people, and it got proved later on. It was a kind of dictatorship in Brazil on those days. In the Osho atmosphere, in the 80s, I had the feeling one day, sitting in my room, that the secretary of Osho was betraying the whole movement and Osho himself. I thought I was mad. It couldn't be possible that I didn't agree, but my hand was writing by herself and gave me the information that someone was going to kill Osho or someone else. I thought I was crazy. 20 days or less after that, it came to the public that there was happening a betrayal inside of the Osho movement. And some people were even trying to kill other people. So somehow I was right. And when I discovered that, exactly as Jesus, and Jesus says, when I discover the truth, I get happy, I laugh. When Osho got enlightened, he says that he laughed. He laughed on the whole stupidity of the world, I suppose. And Jesus said, I get serious until I understand the truth. And I search for it, search for it, search for it, search for it, until I find it. And when I find the truth, I laugh, because something of my system gets onto a relief, a real relief. Otherwise, one cannot rest in peace. One cannot sleep until he discovers the truth. And sometimes one of the members of a family with 10 people is betraying everybody, and it is putting poison on the food of another. It happens sometimes in this beautiful world. Sometimes some stupid people do that. And sometimes other person of the family is paranormalic, sensitive, or he has some visions. And when a person has some visions or hear voices, most of the time, up to now in 2012, people put him on an asylum, on a psychiatric hospital. As far as I am living in Barra Bonita, Brazil, nowadays there are some laws who protect the person who is considered crazy. But I have a student who was put in a psychiatric hospital because the family didn't agree with him. And Thomas Schasch expresses exactly so. In the YouTube, you can search for Dr. Thomas Schasch, S-Z-A-S-Z. Probably he is Polish or something. Schasch. And he will demonstrate more clearly than I can do here. And I am not a physician, I don't have the power. I am not a psychiatrist, I don't have the power. I am a psychologist, and psychologists all around the world has no power. They make an account that they have power, but they don't have any power. I mean, I cannot put forcibly someone on this jail called psychiatric hospital, or I cannot also, I don't have the power to take him off. But anyway, in the place that my student, my ex-student, was put, me and Mateus, a friend of mine, Mateus Navanit, he went there and speaking with the people of the hospital, he took him off. Also because the mother of the guy wanted him back, and mother and father have power, much more than a psychologist. But if a psychiatrist go there, they liberate him immediately. There is a whole politics behind of that. And Thomas Schasch leaves this absolutely clear, much more clear than I can do it here. He is a very clear man. And he's a psychiatrist. He has power. So it's a whole politics in terms of this story of madness. Obviously, my ex-student started to go to a place behind the house and break things. Some old boxes, the family was not prepared. And my friend Devajuna, she said, yeah, it's a disrupted family. The other guy who was put into the same hospital 1.5 years ago, we just met accidentally. But there is nothing accidental in the world. But his family is absolutely disrupted, up to the point that the woman who is his wife, for whom he is absolutely madly in love and obsessed, she is a woman, a program woman, like we call in Brazil. Some of my friends, everybody knows that she goes 1 week with another man, another week with another man. We call call girls. But this woman has the power to put him or to unput him. You see, again the fucking commercial. It's unbelievable. And there is no way even to skip it. I have to see this Antonio Banderas again. You see, it's absolutely clear. It's absolutely clear that society is a madness. I don't know why to feel the obligation, but I had the feeling of not recording today. I have the feeling that no one is watching me, except in the future, in the videos. That's why I am recording it. And I am recording it in a system who irritates me because of these commercials, so I am having to be very aware. Every time that the commercial enters, I don't know if you can hear it, probably. But it is really a mad world and a mad society. I hate to be part of that. I am a sannyasin because I have a disgust being in the society. A tremendous disgust. It's absolutely unfair. It gave me neuroses, paranoias, problems. They make you feel humiliated. Am I saying anything wrong? They make you feel sad. Your husband many times destroyed your life. Many times your wife destroys your life. The other day, I was watching again a film that it created a lot of emotions on me in the year 70 or in the end of the year 70, I believe, or beginning of the 80s. I don't remember, more or less. It's called Immediate Contacts of the First Grade. I don't know if this is the name in English. In Portuguese é Contatos Imediatos do Primeiro Grau. And people, especially our hero there, he was having some intuitions. In the intuitions, he had the feeling that he knew that UFOs and outsiders, like I am an outsider, but outsiders of this world were coming to the earth, entering in contact. And it is a tremendous emotion when this was the code, because those Martians or those aliens were not able to speak English, were not able to speak any language of this world. It's not like some ridiculous films from the past that the people comes from Mars and Mars has no life. But in the beginning you have to accept that, and they speak in English, which is one of the most common languages in the world. So they use music to communicate with us. It is a wonderful film. It's called, in Portuguese, Contatos Imediatos do Primeiro Grau. I would love to find it out here in the YouTube. So I am trying to find out what is the name. Contatos Imediatos do Terceiro Grau. You have the whole, I think you have the whole film. in the YouTube. Actually, I had the feeling to find out. Close encounters, maybe. Would it be? Can you hear the sound? Close encounters of the third kind. This was the code. And you have if you go to YouTube, you can find Contatos Imediatos do Terceiro Grau or Original Motion Picture Soundtrack, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It is really marvelous. It is really marvelous. It is a pity that at the moment no one is online. But anyway, I am having the guts of making every day a live program, so it is too much. But I have an inner master, a guardian angel, or call it whatever you like. And he was telling me, or she was telling me, it is a she probably. It is a she. And she was telling me to come here and only to record. It doesn't matter if people are there or not. But I am very glad that the last program I made yesterday, 7 people had seen it. The other day, 2 people. The other day, 9 people. The other day, 7 people. The other day, 10 people watched the video recorded. And by YouTube, there was something that I put there some years ago. Around 13,720 people had watched my video. And in that video, I was photographed with this here, this friend of mine. This friend of mine is called Tura. And I have to change the camera now. So then, Tura is my teddy bear. And because of Tura and my talk with Tura, playing the part of speaking like Tura, because he is just a toy. He is not able to speak, but I can speak for him. Even a trouser, even a parrot, even a camera, even a desk. All of them have a little soul. So they can speak, but they depend on you to speak, like a medium. Tura, do you want to say hello to the people? Yes, I want. You see, I had to speak for him because he's not able to speak. It's just a toy. It is a teddy bear. Tura, do you love people? Yes, I do, but people don't come here. Nobody understands the word meditation, perhaps, or whatever. But I love people, yes. I would love that everybody, or many people who are good people, come here. You see, because of the teddy bear, so I have to thank you, Tura, because we had 13,720 people clicking the YouTube 4 years ago. Do you remember? Yeah, I remember. And it was fun. And 140 children wrote to me desiring that I was his uncle or his grandfather. Do you remember that? Yes, I remember. And some said that you are a little bit crazy, but they love you. Yeah, that's true. It was so. Some people said, "Dear Taza, I love you. I would love that you are my grandfather, because my grandfather knows nothing of computers. He's so dumb." And people get dumb. They are trained to be dumb. And nowadays, fortunately, less and less people are trained to be dumb. But many people continue being trained, and they are interested in being dumb. It is what I said a few moments ago. Thank you, Tura. And just stay there. People can see you, can watch your ears. Or you stay here. And it is what I said a few moments ago. We don't assume responsibility, full responsibility from our lives. Therefore, we need dictators. We need a president, we need a politician, we need a priest. We need every kind of people, therapists, psychologists. I am a therapist, psychologist. But you have your inner guardian angel, as I do have mine. So you have someone inside of yourself who has the truth. Your truth, not my truth. And I see in the screen here that in few moments there will be trouble again. In 2 minutes and a half, there will be again an advertisement. And they are very clear. They write here, premium members never see ads. Find out more. You just click there. So let's see if I'm going to invest more money to have a premium so I don't have to tolerate these stupid advertisements. Well, it was really a thrill. It was really a thrill to see close encounters of the third kind. Thank you very much. I am going away. I spoke a lot today, and thank you for having watched me and to listen to my mere words. Words? Thank you. Have fun. Thank you.